Yeah, we make it a duo presentation, so he's from the technique and I am from the story. I'm not from the technique. The 3D Netherlands, it's not a very long story. I think we started 2.5 years ago with the technology. And it's also started with a technology push. And we have a GIS software in Holland, what you have also in Germany. And we said, when we like to share the geodata with our citizens, I think it's not, we don't going to start with GIS software because it's too difficult to use. It's expensive because you have to pay a lot of licenses from Israel, some kind of that. And why don't we use a platform what's already successful? And we have a gaming industry in Holland and also in Germany, all over the world. Why don't we use that technology and make a combination with our geodata in Holland? So local data, national data, personal data, all kinds of data. And we started in Holland with the urban planning. That was the first subject for our digital twin, based on Unity, a gaming platform. So a lot of functionality is already in the platform. We don't have to, to develop it. It is already available. And what's also nice with the way of working with our Unity platform, we pay $2,000 a year to use it in the whole city. So that's all. Everyone can use it in Holland. Now we can use it in Utrecht, and every city who wants to use it. That's our developing what we are doing now. What we developed with our digital twin in Amsterdam and in Utrecht, we were the first cities in Holland. We are now scaling up to 2 provinces in Holland, and we're going to scale it up for the whole of the country in the Netherlands. That's the reason why we say Netherlands 3D. But the technology, what Arjan is going to tell more about, is based on you can use it in the whole of Europe. And then you can use it for free. You only pay $2,000 a year. And you make a combination with your own geodata, what you have. So that's in short what we are doing. And what's interesting for us is we have a lot of GIS colleagues and a complete department. And we are a small city, but I think the biggest problem we have now is inside problem. We have a GIS department and we have gaming development students, and that's not the same. So that's the biggest issue what we have, and but it's our goal to make a good combination with the people from GIS and geo software, but geo software, geodata, that's not a problem. But that's our biggest issue. So what we are doing the coming years is we have a static digital twin with static data, and now we're going to in the adventure of dynamic data and make a combination with GIS to the gaming platform, because I think it becomes a game changer in the coming years, but we shall see.
Our mission is here, open code, open data community for municipalities and national governments, but also companies are welcome to co-develop, but under the restrictions of the European license 1.2, I think, and we welcome companies to build the innovations, because we cannot do that. We're too small. We are 2 of us in the city of Utrecht who are working on this. The Dutch game scene is global, is a great one. So we also have a lot of students who are on schools who have game sessions. So we are connecting with them to do internships with us, and they're building great stuff for us also. So we have a platform. You can put every kind of data in it. Now it's open data, but we are also searching for the data fundament within the city of Utrecht that is better than the open data. And if that's not there yet, we take the open data, and you will see that we also, I cannot use the word Google, but we are into some Google data too. It's visually attractive, and that's attractive. Hey, that's not a good word. Everybody knows Bob Ross. Let's paint some happy trees. So We thought, yeah, the gaming is not only an engine that can support every sort of code. You can add functions and features to it, but it looks good. And we saw some earlier examples of Munich and of course of Helsinki. But 25 years or 3 years, yeah, bit of a difference. But the technical advancement is going fast. Do it yourself. We want to build a setup page in which you can build your own digital twin and embed it in your own network. Plug and play. Reusable functionalities. What we build, we do it with tax money. So we say what we do it for all, under the license of the European Union. 3D data connections, yeah, we're building on that. We have some APIs for heat stress, etc. In the Netherlands, we are blessed that we have a big platform, PDOK. Today they exist 10 years, and my colleague of Amsterdam is presenting over there, so he cannot be here. And they collect every kind of data from municipalities. It's an obligation in the Netherlands to subject your open data to PDOK.
Yeah, because we are such a small country, it's organized by law. We have to collect as municipalities all the geo-data in a central data set. So that's the reason why it's easy for us to build a digital twin, and that's maybe not all of Europe possible. So that's the difference.
Okay, let's game. Of course. Well, this is basic. You can click on a building, and we have some data of the buildings, the addresses, and you can click on. Well, my mouse is terrible here, but you could click on more information, so you can get to the cadastre site itself for more information. So we do not make this data extra in our digital twin, but we just link through to other sites that are already there. This is the basics, and then I go to this one. We can add some urban planning. We started with urban planning, so yeah, that's already the basis of our work. Wow, the mouse is really terrible. Those are layers that we add, and they are functioning in our digital twin like the shadow. Wow. Come on.
We started with urban planning because that's the most interesting part for us on this moment. The city as is, with some extra the planning of the future, and then we see the combination with scenarios and with simulation. From what kind of details do you want, and how does it look like? And it's also friendly for our citizens. When we have participation with our citizens, they like to see it like this. And when we have detailed models, they always say, what's the discussion about, because you have all the details already. So now we started with building blocks in blue and other colors, that the citizens can say, okay, I prefer this building a little bit higher or lower, but not in my backyard, because otherwise I have a problem in my garden. Because when you see the sun and the shade working in this kind of models, it's easy and interesting for our citizens to participate with us with this kind of projects.
Feature we built is to connect web map services or web feature services. We took some presets from our PDOK sites and of our own data sets. This is heat stress calculated from the University of Wageningen. And this is the temperature, the actual temperature in the city on this moment, because that's coming from our meteorological institute in the Netherlands. They are measuring every half hour the temperature in the city, so you can see actually where it's hot in the city and where it's not. Ah, live demo, nice. Error. F5, doesn't matter. Now, to our colleagues in Munich. We received the data set from Marcus, and we built in the same platform, the same features. We have not a lot of time, so...
So this is the same technology as what we use in Holland, but you can use it in Germany, but also in Spain or in France, it doesn't matter. When you have the right data. Actual data is the base of a good digital twin, because a digital twin without actual data, then you are gone.
Yeah, okay. Jens already told, refractable? Transferable, transferable, that was it. So, this is one good case of transferable digital twin techniques. Again, web map service we projected over the geometry. Come on. Ah, this mouse is terrible. Sorry about that, maybe to conclude, I don't know what the time we have is, but... okay. We tapped into the Google API, and we are working on 3D tiles, also in assignment for the cadastre, but they have not yet released their own 3D tiles, so we tapped into Google to check if it works, and it works. We can now travel all around the world and get this data if the Google data is available.
So we don't have a data set on our own. We make a connection with all kind of data in the world. And sometimes it's local data, sometimes it's data from Google. I think when we use this data a lot, then Google says, okay, now you have to pay because we see that you use it a lot. But then you can choose another data set, it's no problem. But we always we don't modulate a digital twin, but we generate the digital twin. Maybe you can show the real data, it's a Dutch word, but it's an API connection with a national data set. And when you make that connection, you get straight the data from a national data set, and we can view it in the digital twin.
I will first demonstrate how easy it is to...
But so the actuality of the data is not our responsibility. We only ask what's the connection, what we have to make, and who is responsible for the data. And then we can make a connection with all kinds of data sets. With the same technology as what we use in Holland. And this technology is all for free to get on the GitHub. We post it all on the GitHub, so the code and the documentation. So you are free to use it.
Yeah. Underground.
This is underground information.
This is an API coupling from also PDOK. This is 2D data, but there's 3D data inside the 2D data. The diameters of the sewer pipes, the Z coordinates of the sewer pipes, and as on the moment we get to the API, Unity visualizes the pipes. So if the source data is changed, this will change too. And we also want to do this with cables and pipes, of course, in the city. We already made it happen in Amsterdam, but on the moment we made it happen in Amsterdam, they said, oh, but that's not public data. And then they put it behind bars.
Can you show it underground?
Yeah.
But that's an ethical part. Some kind of data is not for everyone. And we can show all the data, that's not a big issue, but sometimes you have ethical problems from, is it good to show electrical data or drinking water data? Because when somebody likes to do something bad, then you also see all that data. But now it's all based on open data. And that's what we make a connection with. Sometimes a new kind of data, but every time we have an ethical discussion from is this open or are we going to close it in our platform?
Yeah. We started with urban planning. That's why we also added some tools. I'm leaving the mouse behind. It's really worse. So you see crap in, crap out. Yes, the open data is not too good, but it is a basis for the urban developers to work on. They can use it to go on with. They don't have to make it all on their own. But that, we wait for our data developers in the city of Utrecht to come with our topographical data in 3D. The point on the horizon is to maintain these topographical data in 3D. So on the moment we have that, then our data is increasing a lot. Collaboration with citizen engagement. We can generate a link with this scene, with the added development in it, and you can share it with the people you want to share it. So they have access for the model for 14 days. And after 14 days, it's gone again. But if you are in a process that you want to collaborate with citizens, you can give them a heads up before the evening of information.
Yeah, but also in the other direction. When one of the citizens say, I have a good idea, you can make a presentation in the digital twin and send it to us, because we as a municipality work not on this way with our complete organization. So this is also new for us. So we also have a lot to learn, and this is our experience with a digital twin. This is not the digital twin of Holland, this is a digital twin in Utrecht. But I think the nicest part, one of the two nicest parts is we make a good connection with game development students, and that's our next generation colleagues. So that's very interesting for us. And the other side is, we don't have to spend a lot of money from licenses. So, we also have Esri software to do a lot of analysis. But when we're going to share data, or when we're going to make, this is our platform to share the developing of the city, and that's very cheap in Holland.
Yeah. This is a site that was actually built by a student of our graphical schools. And what I showed you were some presets, but here you can put your own URL in of a web map service or web feature service, and then it searches for the layers inside of it, and you can show it in your viewer. Even kijken, my last one is planning software. We in Amsterdam, with our colleagues of Amsterdam, they made a feature for BIM planning. So imagine you have a new plan, and of course it's building in phases in time. So it's over here, so that's why I am struggling with my mouse again. Okay. We have a Navisworks button. Yeah, that is it. First I'm opening the buildings, then I'm opening an Excel sheet that is connected to the building sites, the different phases of the building. We load it, and you see a timetable.
Then you make a connection with ordinary planning software and the digital twin, so citizens can see, this is a plan of the coming 10 years. What's the evolution of this plan? And you can show it on the citizens.
Yeah. This is a proof of concept also made by a student. So yeah, you can see how easy it is to participate, every kind of companies, schools, and own developers.
So this is our story.
Yes.
Our experience.